It is somewhat fitting that we are addressing this shameful attack on our democracy from this historic State House, which is the very first peacetime capital of the United States. After all, it was right here that the peaceful transition of power was born 236 years ago, after leading the colonies to victory in the Revolutionary War. General Washington resigned his commission as Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army right here, right there, in our old Senate chamber. At the time, the idea that a military leader would voluntarily transfer power to the people's representatives was virtually unthinkable and was without precedent in human history. But this selfless act secured our nation's future as a democratic republic and as the leader of the free world. Generations of Americans have sacrificed their lives, their fortunes, and sacred honor so that the miracle of self-government and the orderly transition of power could become commonplace. Over the last 2 months, this sacred tradition has come under attack from our own president, who has chosen to fan the flames of hate and mislead millions of voters through lies and conspiracy theories, rather than face the reality of his own defeat. I grew up in the shadow of the United States Capitol. I proudly stood by my father's side at age 12 on the floor of the House chamber as we both took the oath of office, an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. It's clear to me that President Trump has abandoned this sacred oath. What we saw in the nation's capital was not just an attack on the people's representatives or historic buildings and our law enforcement. It was an attack on the rule of law, the foundations of self-government, and who we are as Americans. The mob may have shattered glass, but they did not, and they will not, shatter our democracy. From governors and secretaries of state and the judiciary and the Congress, our institutions have held firm in the face of this attempted insurrection. But we remain at a fragile moment, and each of us, especially those who hold elective office, have a choice to make. We can show those who feel forgotten that we can actually deliver solutions to the serious problems that face us, or we can continue to perpetuate this toxic politics, rabid tribalism, and hatred. We can either face the truth or be destroyed by lies. We can either descend into chaos and rancor, or we can rise above and meet this test with real courage and patriotism. I could never fathom a day like yesterday in America, but I will not stand for it, and neither should any American. I think I speak for many Americans when I say enough is enough. Enough of the lies, enough of the hate, enough of the total dysfunction, just enough. and I promise to do everything in my power to rebuild trust in what makes this nation great, to heal old wounds rather than inflame them, and to make sure that democracy, that the people always prevail. May God bless the great state of Maryland and the United States of America.